Arlington, Texas. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the New York Giants. Ready to get things rocking, the Pro Bowl kicker from the NFC last year, Aldrick Rosas.
That's it, baby. We gonna work. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
They run with Ezekiel Elliott, last year's NFL rushing leader. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. On the counter, Elliott. Well, the spark that ignited the Cowboys-Giants rivalry goes back to 1960 when Dallas's first head coach and former New York Giants assistant Tom Landry brought his 0-10 rookie squad into Yankee Stadium. That game would finish a 31-31 tie, the only non-loss in the expansion Cowboys' first season. 6 decades later, still one of the most heated rivalries in the NFL. Heck, even Cowboys head coach Jason Garrett spent 3 seasons in a Giants uniform. And Dallas leads the overall series, including the last 4 meetings. Given 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Alec Ogletree in on the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Now Prescott, and he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Here's Pollard. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And who's got it? The
trash can ass motherfucker.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Byron Jones in there to make the tackle. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Saquon Barkley. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Oh, my God.
Now throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. The intended target, Saquon Barkley, but it's going to be 2nd down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
You got nothing. Shoot.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time,
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to do it with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. Remember, with Rosas, there was some speculation last year in the preseason that he might not hold on to his job with the Giants.
But he certainly answered the challenge, didn't he? 32 of 33 during the regular season. 97% that is, and was named to the NFC Pro Bowl team. And by the way, at 6'3", 234, he can bench press your kicker.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 41. They keep on the ground with Elliott. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter. On 2nd and 9, Prescott nowhere to escape, and he goes
Let's
down.
go, motherfucker.
Dexter Lawrence brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact. And look at this. It's a fake.
Nah, I'm in the game right now. I'm almost in the second half.
Jabril Peppers, a former first-round pick, there on the coverage. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Now Jones.
Wow, I caught it and this nigga slapped it out last second.
Brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here he's one that has to absorb the contact and as a result unable to hold on to the football.
Here's Jones to throw again. We'll get this out to Barkley, complete. Well, we see so many good battles in the NFC East, and Cowboys and Giants, they rarely disappoint. They didn't disappoint last year. Cowboys got the better of the Giants both times. Week 2, 20-13, and then in Week 17, a thriller, 36-35. That was a game where Dak Prescott threw 4 touchdown passes. And Tate's got it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Jones now operating from the gun. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and it's 2nd down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Jones fakes the give to Barkley.
Gimme. Yeah, motherfucker.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Credit the tackle there to Jordan Lewis. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Throwing Jones. Catch made by Slayton. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Darius Slayton, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Rosas good with the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Throwing, Prescott, and that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Credit Julian Love with a pass breakup. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Draw play, Elliott. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's first and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Prescott from the gun. Steps
I'm better than
away
you.
to his left. And he's going to have to eat
Trust
this
me,
one as down
I
he
actually
goes.
win. I shit talk, but I back it up.
Use their second timeout now, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Prescott.
Oh my God!
Incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back. It's caught inside the 25.
Let me get the dunking special.
The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout.
What's that?
They'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Third and long for Prescott. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. On now is Kai Forbath to try the field goal. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
I wasn't.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
No, not you. Oh, shit.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Hey, Haywood!
Operating from the gun, Jones finds his tight end Ingram. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 44-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On 1st down, Barkley. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout called.
Damn, nigga. I'm trying to put these
and they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Now Jones. A final shot before break. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else. When a linebacker's able to sit at the second level and see things develop in front of him, as soon as he got a hint that the quarterback was checking it down, he just made a beeline directly for the receiver and ended up making the play.
Looking to throw. Jones. They're going to Gallman here on the screen. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
They'll run on first down. Barkley. And some room to work. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The catch and run there, good for 16 in the first. Jones now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Now Gallman. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
That's into the hands of the tight end, Ellison. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other target's off.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They're throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. On 1st down, it's Elliott. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. The tackle made there by Dayon Buchanan. From just shy of midfield, Prescott. And some room to maneuver. The 20. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead is now 17-3. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
1st down, Prescott. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Michael Thomas. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Arlington. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their... And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Michael Thomas. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Rosas good with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they gave up the pick six. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now as a quarterback. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. Throwing on second and long. Prescott.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. The Cowboys on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be third and a mile. Prescott now. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a fourth down. Now Prescott dancing to his left. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. And this will be incomplete.
No, George, stay here, stay here.
Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Eluding the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers.
You gotta wait.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get...
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Byron Jones. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Michael Thomas, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Oh, this is becoming tough to watch. I don't know that I've seen 3 pick sixes from the same quarterback in the same game.
And I know that many are going to scream at the coach about why did you let him stay out there to throw those. But truthfully, what are the odds that you're going to throw 3 pick sixes in a game? You want to leave them out there so they can work through some of the rough stuff.
That's it, baby. We go.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Looking again that time for Amari Cooper. And now it's third down. Now Prescott being chased out left. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back over the... And now here is another interception. Picked off by the veteran Antoine Bethea. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to take off with it. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
First down, Giants.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. That's complete to Slayton. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Eric.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Prescott on first down. Buying time to his left. Completes it to Jason Witten. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Prescott, of course, the former 4th-round pick back in 2016, started all 48 games in his first 3 years in the NFL, and now making start number 49 to kick off 2019. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah.
Listen.